So this year we rented a U-Haul and we are in the same space as last year. So we have 3 booths that are right across here. Those are the booths behind us. And we're gonna see how the new displays work out. I think before we talk about goals for this market, we never did our wrap up for last market.
Oh yeah, our last market, Diamond D.
Yep, Diamond D. So we talked about sales on day 1, and we didn't do a follow-up video, which is
Sorry about that.
Yeah, I wasn't feeling well. I was having a hard time talking, so
it was a good weekend.
It was a good weekend, and I've explained why we didn't do the wrap up before, but we were surprised the customers were a very different demographic.
Yeah,
than typical.
Definitely worked out a little different than we expected.
But the wrap up ended up being our low end goal was 5,000, our high end goal was 7,500. The year before we actually did either 82 or 8,400, but we didn't think that we could hit 5 when we.
I didn't think we were going to do as good as we did.
Even before the market started, when we looked at what we had.
Yeah, when we didn't have much. We were not prepared for the last market, and we did pretty good for not being prepared.
Yeah, we were very pleased. We ended up with doing 7,200, which was really very close to the near end goal. And as far as furniture, we sold the steer head dresser.
Yes, we did.
And we sold the bench.
Everybody liked that steer head dresser.
They did, a lot of lookers, but I did have the price tag fairly high on it. So we sold that last day, and I don't think I did a discount on it either.
I don't think so. No, I don't think, because I think one of the workers for the ranch was going to buy it, and then somebody ended up swooping in and grabbing it. So
yeah, so I think we held firm at the price, because we knew that if we had taken that to Weathered Wheel or some of the other locations, that would have been an easy sell. Yeah, at the price we had on it.
It looked good.
So that's how we did in that market. So we did well. All right, Sue is shoving everything exhausted and moving everything in. It is just about the end of day 1 of setup, and this is how we're looking. Boxes are everywhere. This is the new roadie cart. One of the things we thought about for our last market is we need more surface area to put accessories. Show me the wheels, Sue.
Those are coming.
So these are going to be on wheels. My son basically made a roadie cabinet. Do you want to explain it?
I mean, a roadie cabinet's just a thing musicians use that is usually used like store amps and stuff, and the amps are inside of a box, and that way when they go to a truck, all they have to do to put the amps on stage is open the box, and now they have amps on stage. And this is the same premise. It's just a box that we can open up and store with all of our stuff inside. And then when they get to the market, they can open it up and it's done.
Right, so we're gonna fill these for market. There'll be latches on the outside. So when we close it, everything stays intact. It'll be on wheels so we can roll it in and out of the truck. It has a nice high top. These will all be sanded and top coated. So they'll look just like our back wall display that he also made. And we'll be able to, we'll have 2 sets of these that will be back to back. So it'll be twice as wide as this. How wide is this?
16.5.
So it's 16.5 inches. So that'll be about 33 inches. deep once we put 2 back to back.
6 foot.
6 foot long, so
2 1/4.
so a little bigger than 3 feet wide and 6 feet long. And these are going to take place where we usually have a dining set, and I think it's looking pretty grand. It folds up and we can move it full, and then we just sort of set the display later. And of course we have our door, and I'm kicking signs, and these are the signs I just kicked over, and there's still a lot to set up, but as you can see, we are coming right along. I'm real pleased with the 4th of July that I have going here. These are some of the little projects, these little rosettes and things like that, that you haven't seen me work on yet. I didn't film them. I was trying to get it all done. And then I also made a bunch of these little hang tags and little tiny 2.5 by 3.5 inch signs out of scrap wood. So I just got some printables off of Etsy. I actually have a whole little tray of them, and I will talk about that in a future video. But anyway, this is how we are looking for right now. I often talk about the importance of greenery in the booth, so I wanted to show you a few areas where I haven't filled in yet and how big of an impact the greenery actually has. I'm going to try not to make any changes in these areas other than adding greeneries and other accessories, kind of like this, where I made these cute little hang tags to go off. And I also made some shabby bows, and I just want you to see on these very simple arches and candlesticks what a difference it makes when you actually start to fill in and layer. Okay, so let's take a look at what some of these areas look like with some added pieces. So on this arch I added a small wreath, and then some of these little 4th of July signs that we have. Here I actually added a couple candlesticks, some boxwood candle rings, a couple candles, and on these tall ones up here I just added the single blooming candle ring, and then a big shabby bow that I have that is made from, actually it's made from old scarves. And I added a shabby bow to this candlestick as well. I made a bunch of shabby bows that I have here in a basket, and the shabby bows are $3.95 each. Okay, so let's move over here. And on these candle rings, almost on all of the white candle rings, I added these on all the candlesticks, I added these very small candle rings. I find it really dresses them up. And the same thing here. And then I also added these little hang tags on some of the pieces. I felt like that just added a little bit of extra oomph, especially on these taper candles. My little heads have some greenery. I did forget to mention that I did that on these as well. So like on this little picture, I added this little 4th of July tag, and I added this little 4th of July tag on this taper. And you can just see how it just, you know, kind of gives it a little more oomph. And then also on this lantern, I added a large tag. Then we've got this big sort of archway, and you can see I added a wreath and another shabby bow. So for me, it's all about the layering in the booth. It is about giving people ideas on how to utilize the things that we sell. And again, tons and tons of greenery. We are still setting up, but here's like my little basket of these tags. And these tags, you can also string them together if you wanted like a long garland. So you can get several and string them together for a long garland. These are little magnets. I mostly just made these just to have some fun. I'd seen them on Pinterest. And again, these are all the little tags that I have to hang on to things. And I ordered the wood off of Amazon, and then I did printables, and we are selling these for $4.95 each, or 2 for $8. You know, a little bead and a little bow. And then again, I have these little blocks, which I've used in a variety of ways through the booth, including, you can see Sue over there working, including on a little candlestick. Again, it's just an idea of giving people thoughts on how they can use what we've got. What do you think, guys? Hey, Swan. What do you think?
About
The booth.
the booth? It looks good.
Okay, it is end of day 1 or end of day 2 setup. Tomorrow
It's
starts
Thursday.
market. Thursday. That's what I was going
That's the
for.
word she's looking for. It's
That's the word.
Thursday. Tomorrow is Friday.
And it begins the market, 3-day market, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yes.
Just typically what we do, vintage market days. So for this market, we didn't do spring here last year. We only did fall. So this is our second time
That's
at this
true.
market.
That's true. Okay.
Yeah, and
Forgot about that.
and fall last year we did almost 10.
Oh, we kicked some tuchus last.
We did.
I was
We
not anticipating that at all.
yeah. So we
This
did.
was a fun market.
So we did almost 10, and it was a lot of fun. And it was one of those where it's steady the whole time, not like where you have 20 people in line.
I don't know. Did you go through and look at booths yet with the camera?
Here I haven't yet.
Oh, there's
There
a booth
are-
I'm absolutely in love with.
Yeah, I will definitely make sure that tomorrow's video has, or at least before wrap up, has the other booths. Her favorite, my favorite. We've got some
What's your
competition
favorites?
on greenery.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. And that's okay, you know.
Competition's good.
Competition is good. It
Everybody
generally
likes
means
different
it,
things.
and it generally means too that there's a lot of buyers for that. So my goals for this market, I'm going to hold them the same as they were for Diamond D.
Okay, I will stick with that as well.
So my goal, my low end is 5, my high end is 75, and we'll see how that plays out. I do think we are better prepared.
We're anticipating rain this weekend, but I think being an indoor venue, I don't think that's going to slow our shoppers down at all.
Right, because they can park right by and come right in.
And,
They have service. We have some smaller furniture, a lot of side tables.
yeah.
So I think that'll be to our benefit.
And there's other furniture sellers here, so I think furniture
Mhm.
might do pretty well.
Yeah, other painted furniture.
And I do
So
remember in the fall market, we had a lot of looky-loos on our.
yeah, we did actually sell several pieces of
So we
furniture
did
here.
sell a lot of the side tables as well.
We sold a lot of the side tables. We sold some consoles. We sold a dining set. Because I remember us
We
having
did
to
have a
take
lot, yeah.
apart that whole dining set area
Yeah.
and redo the booth space.
So that was good.
Yeah, we have focused on relying less on the furniture and building out new displays. We still have some furniture in here that we rely on, but more horizontal space.
More her stuff painted furniture than bought furniture. So.
Yeah, for sure. A couple bought pieces, but mostly my unique flair on them, I'll say.
So we'll see if people like unique out here.
Yeah.
I mean,
Or-
judging by the furniture I'm staring at right now, they might like unique out here.
And I'll just,
She's gonna twirl
I'm
that
just
around.
going to twirl this around since it's right here.
It's unique.
So
So
unique. Actually, there's a lot of interesting painted furniture here.
no, there is.
And it's not like all white.
Yeah, no, the lady that parked in front of us today, she had some beautiful pieces. So
There were several people that commented about our exchange in the last video about other people sell furniture. Well, we don't sell furniture. And the reason we don't sell furniture at Diamond D is because Diamond D likes all white.
yeah, that really does sell well, which is why the Weathered Wheel does awesome.
Yeah,
when they
white
go to their
furniture,
shows.
wood tops.
I mean,
White
they
furniture,
stock up. They know their customer.
wood tops. Sometimes black furniture and wood tops. And once in a very limited fashion, you get beige or gray with a wood top. And that is, I do not enjoy that.
Variety, man.
It,
Gotta have your pops of fun, your whimsy.
yeah, it just sucks the soul out of me to paint everything white, black, gray, beige.
So hopefully we'll do good with what we have. I think it'll be a good weekend. I think.
Yeah, there's a lot of beautiful booths here, I will say. So if you're in the area, you should definitely come.
Central Florida, come on, Florida, Central Georgia, come on out.
Yeah, I mean, it almost doesn't
big time for
matter.
this one.
It does. It almost doesn't matter what your style is, as long as it's not too contemporary. There's a lot of good stuff here.
There's
I'm
a lot of good
eyeballing
stuff
that booth over there that had the really amazing concrete sheep.
Did you see that sheep?
I did.
Oh
He was
my
really
gosh.
cute.
Did you know an artist makes those by hand?
No
He
way.
does. He carves out the molds and then he pours them with cement. So that those
Holy
sheep
cow.
are 200 pounds each.
I do not want a 200-pound
sheep are
concrete
gorgeous.
sheep. They are really beautiful. I have no place for a 200-pound sheep.
It's too bad.
Yeah,
He's cute.
he is really cute.
But
Our displays, the new displays, worked out really nicely.
rolled right off the truck. Thank you, John Boy.
Yes, I was
they
a
were
little afraid, to be honest.
It's a lot of weight to move down a ramp.
It
because-
was, and I don't like roller coasters, and it was a lot like a roller coaster because she was on the downside, and it would go click, 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 click as it was going over the little, and then you get to the end where my side goes over, and you go real fast.
They're rolling up
Okay.
gates here. It might be time for us to hit the hay.
Yep, they're rolling up gates, so it's time for us to move along. And thanks for joining us. You know we will update you on how we do. Yeah, Sue's hungry. We ate before we came, and
Snacked on cookies.
snacked on cookies, and it's been a long day.
been a
So
long day.
we also got to go rustle up another big box of paper.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Yeah. So
But I'm telling you, man.
And I have a
come
video
on
to
out.
edit.
Come on. We had visitors last time.
We
Come
did.
on out. Visit again. I love it.
all right, we'll post the link for the market and the video tickets in case you are local. Okay.
Do all that.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Good night.